Hey guys, this is me, Mr. HD, and welcome back to another tutorial. So today we're going to be doing some more advanced ME computers. So basically part of the Applied Energistics mod, I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up some systems in order to make the most out of the Applied Energistics mod. So I'm going to click F1 and go down here. So as you can see in my inventory, all these items in my inventory, I'm going to be showing you guys what we can do with each of them. So as you can see, we've got some different machines here, one from mechanism, two from thermal expansion, and one from utilities, a generator. I'm going to be showing you guys how you can hook up various machines, as this mod is pretty much compatible with so many mods like mechanism, thermal expansion, just to start. I mean, there's a lot. So as you can see here, we're going to start off with our simple computer setup. So if you haven't seen that in my last episode, I explained all of this stuff. Go check that out. Well, not last episode, last video. So as you can see here, we've got our simple setup. I've got a bunch of items in here, just some random things that I've just strung together and chucked in my computer. And I've got a fluid terminal, so if we want any fluids, as you can see, we've got lava and water here. I might put some fluids into the computer, which I will do later. Got a crafting monitor, because we are going to get into some auto crafting. We've got the controller, sorry, which is keeping all our machines powered. And then we've got all our hard drives, all of them 64K, and the fluid drives. So now we've got this big computer. Also, I've hooked up some green cable because who doesn't like the color green? I don't know. Maybe you guys do like the color green. Don't like the color green. Sorry. Anyway, so we've got the computer here. I made a 5x5, which is pretty big. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5x5. And basically, I want to show you guys what you can actually do with this. So we're going to start off with a simple recipe. And what we want to do is, as we used it last time, we made the golden apples just by putting together apples and gold. It's very simple. You can just do it like this. You can click R on here and then shift click on the question mark and it can make it for you. Or you can do it a computer way. So basically what you need to do is you need to go into this thing called a pattern encoder. I've put some blank patterns in there. Blank patterns are very easy to make, just like that. And what you need to do is you need to get a recipe. So all you have to do to get this is actually get the items yourself. So for example, if I put that in there, you can see it doesn't actually take the item, but it puts it in there. When you click it, it just gets rid of it. So what I'm going to do is, for a simpler way, you can just click R on the recipe on the not enough items, and then just shift click on the question mark again. It actually puts the recipe in for you and the thing that it produces. So as you can see, we've got a recipe for golden apples here. So we're going to encode that into this pattern. As you can see, we've got this pattern now, this golden apple pattern, and all we're going to do is chuck this into our computer. There we go. So it shows up as a golden apple, so it shows we want to make golden apples. So now when we go into the computer, it says craft, and it says craft golden apple. So obviously we don't have any golden apples in here at the moment, but we've got the word craft. So we click on that, and let's say we want 64 golden apples. We're going to click 64, begin, and look at that. It's making me 64 golden apples. And there we go. We've got ourselves 64 golden apples. How easy is that? So that's pretty cool. You can do that with so many recipes. You can pretty do it with any recipe in the game. And yeah, you can just do that for everything, really. So I don't know what you want to make. You want to make a ME interface. We're just going to go into here, clear that. We're going to do question mark again. We can encode it. We've got an ME interface. So all we need now is 4 iron ingots, a glass, and so on. So as you can see there, we've got a recipe for an ME interface. We don't have all those items, obviously, because we don't have any glass in the computer. We don't have any conversion matrices or ME cable, I don't think. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the crafting monitor, and actually no, we're not. We're going to craft one first. So we're just going to say we want 1. So as you can see, it's not actually done anything yet, which means obviously it's either taking a very long time to make it, or it's just not got the material. So we can actually look in this crafting monitor to see it. And as you can see, it is currently crafting glass, ME cable, and conversion matrices to actually use to make the ME interface, because it actually has to craft the conversion matrix like so, and it has to craft the ME cable like so. So it needs these items, and obviously it says the missing items. If you've got any other what's it called, recipes on the go, you can hit next and previous, and you can see your other recipes. But basically, we're going to need these items. So until it's got these items, it's just not going to be able to craft it. And you can see it says how many it needs as well. So it just needs 1 ME interface at the top there. But as you can see here, it says left shift and click the item to cancel a job or sub job. So all we do is left shift and click, and there we go. The thingy is not able to be made. So if we make a conversion matrix, or let's quickly spawn one in, and we put that in there, we're also going to get some glass. I'll just get some 64 glass, there we go. And we're also going to get an ME cable, like so. Oh, I need to type in cable because otherwise I won't be able to find it. And there we go. Boom. There we go. So we've got all the materials in there now. It's not going to craft it because I've cancelled the recipe, but now I want to craft one. So I'm just going to click craft and boom. There we go. It's made it. Easy enough. And that's basically the way you can just use the computer to craft millions of items. So as you can see, we've got 2 recipes in there. You can actually toggle it so that you can only see your stored items, so they'll go away. You can toggle it so you can only see your craftable items, and so on. And that's pretty handy, isn't it? So yeah, that's the first step. It's very simple, not very hard to do, and basically you can fit in as many patterns as you want, depending on how many pages you've got, basically. So I've got 9 pages in here. I've actually put in quite a few crafting CPUs because I wanted this to be quite quick. So as you can see, it makes it pretty much instantly, which is awesome. So yeah, there we go. That's the first step. So now I'm going to get on to using a few of these pipes. So as you can see over here, we've got a simple cobblestone generator. It's not actually running at the moment. I put an unbreakable pickaxe in there, an essence pickaxe. They're actually made using the magical crops mod. And basically I'm just going to be mining this forever until the chest is full, which is awesome. And that's going to keep on getting me cobblestone. So what if I want to put this into the computer? What I need to do is I need an import bus. So let's have a look. We've got a basic import bus here. So we're going to place this down right next to... Oh, I don't want to do that. I need to place it on the chest like that. So as you can see, it's not got a filter. I can't click on anything. So it's just going to import everything from this chest into the computer as long as it's connected up. So I'm going to get an ME cable. And actually I'm going to show you what this ME dark cable does as well. So what we want to do is we just want to bring it around here like so, and we're going to connect it up. And once I click there and place the ME cable and connect it up, everything from this chest is going to disappear and go into there. I'm not going to do it quite yet. I just want to show you guys a few things. So here is a dark cable. Now what you can do with this dark cable is if you just click on it, no, okay, it doesn't seem to want to work. Is it with a wrench maybe? Boom, boom. No, okay, it doesn't want to work. But basically the dark cable, you can use it, oh, it might be with a lever actually. Let's have a quick look. Lever. The dark cable can actually split up the lines, so if you just put that there we go. As you can see, it's now normal, but if you click on that, it turns to dark, and that just basically means it doesn't let anything go through it. It just like cuts it off basically. That turns it on, that turns it off. So it's like a little on and off switch basically for the power lines. So if we just keep that turned off, I don't think anything should go out of this chest. No, as you can see, nothing's going out of this chest. But when we click that, I'm just going to flick it. Let's see. It's now taking items out really quickly. I need to stop that because I don't want any more cobblestone to go in. But as you can see, I have... Where's the cobblestone? Oh, there we go. 9 cobblestone down there. So we've got 9 cobblestone. Very nice. Right, so next thing is the lava. So we're going to want to pipe this in. So I'm just going to leave this cobblestone running, and it's just going to fill up our computer. Actually, I'm not, because I hate the sound of the cobble generator. It's really annoying. Turn that off. So we've got the fluid terminal here, and we want some lava and water in it. So all we need to do is, instead of getting a basic import bus, we need to get a fluid import bus. And you can get precision ones as well, precision import bus. And yeah, so we're going to use this fluid import bus, and we've got just 2 random different tanks here. I just wanted to show off different tanks in the mod packs. We've got the normal Buildcraft ones, we've got some open blocks ones. I love the open blocks ones because you can see them like, I don't know, like wave, and it's quite cool. So we're going to place the fluid import bus on there. I'm going to put one on here as well, and actually I'm going to leave that off. And then we're just going to hook this all up with cable, like so. And now, I'm not going to hook it up fully. If you click on this, you can see it's got the import bus, and it shows what is like a filter. So we just want any liquid out of this going out. So we're just going to leave this like that, and it says always active on the redstone mode, which means it's always going to be piping out stuff from the tank. So we're going to leave that as well. So it should pipe out all the lava and all the water once I connect this up. So boom, there we go. And now that is going to start depleting. Yeah, as you can see, both tanks are depleting, and it should be going into the computer, into the 64K fluid drives, which it is, as you can see. And we look in our fluid terminal, because you can't actually look at it in this normal terminal. You can see we've got 7,200 MB of lava, which is I don't know, mega buckets, or like 10 buckets. There we go, 10 buckets. That 1,000 MB was 1 bucket. and you've got 12 buckets of water in there as well. So we've got a bunch of water and lava, and it's very simple to take out. You just need to get a bucket or something that holds liquid, and then you click on the thingy you want. So I'm going to want a bucket of lava, so I put that in there and it gives me a bucket of lava. As you can see, it's gone down. If I put this in there, it will put bucket lava in there. Simple enough, very, very nice. I've just spawned in some random chemical thing. So that's going to be piping out lava and stuff into the computer continuously. I'm really OCD about this, so I need to get a graph block to fill in that hole, because why not? So that's very simple. These are just some automated processes. I've got this running on a pump, which just pumps it all in. This is just another cobblestone generator. The cobblestone gets put into some crucibles, which are fired by this fire under it, and then they just turn into lava. Simple enough. That's from the X Nelio mod, and that's from Buildcraft. So simple enough. If you've got those mods, you'll be able to do that. Now then, we're going to hook up some machines now. So I'm going to get this creative energy cell and I'll put a couple down. And I'm going to get this redstone conduit and put it here. And then we're going to get our machine. So I'm just going to put them quite spaced out. So we're going to have one there. We're going to have one here, let's say, and one. I'll place it a bit further away, like so. Okay, right. So now you can see we've got all of our machines, and we're going to hook them all up with power now. So we're going to do it like so. Okay, there we go. So now, what we're going to want to do is, well, we've got a redstone furnace here. It's powered up, and what if we want to, I don't know, smelt some raw things? So we've got 64 raw steak and, raw chicken and 64 raw beef. What if I want to smelt them up? So I can get a recipe. So we're going to get that raw beef. I'm going to get one raw beef and a steak to show that when you cook up raw beef, you get steak. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the middle there, and we're going to put that there to show that we want a recipe to craft raw beef into steak. Obviously, if you put that into the computer, you're not going to be able to just click craft and it will craft the steak, raw beef into the steak, because you actually need to smelt it. And to do that, you have to do it into a redstone furnace. But how are we going to make the recipe go into here? Well, we're going to need this thing called an ME interface. We're going to place this on top. This ME interface just acts as a computer, piping stuff out of the computer into here. But you can actually put recipes in it as well. So I'm going to put that steak recipe in there. So as you can see, it's going to craft one steak with one raw beef. So it's going to take a raw beef out of the computer and put it into the redstone furnace. So we're going to need to get a export bus. A basic export bus. I'm just going to use one of these because we're not going to need it. Actually, no, I'm going to use a precision export bus because we might want to use one any more recipes, like I don't know, like a raw chicken recipe as well. So we're going to want to export out raw beef into this one. We're going to hook this up with some cable as well. So let's quickly do that. Shift click to get rid of that menu. Here we go. And then we're just gonna pipe it along here, and that should connect up fine. Okay, so now we've got the raw beef, and it's actually getting taken out and put into the exported items. So it's just gonna keep on exporting it whenever it wants. So actually, we don't want that to happen. What we're gonna want is to get our thingy, and we're gonna click on that a couple of times. It's gonna arrow it down. So that means that it's gonna put stuff into here. What we're actually going to want to do is not have it always active. We want it active with a signal. Wait, let's have a look. Active without signal? Active with signal. Yeah, like that. So we're going to take that out and put that back in the computer, like so, and it shouldn't go out. Yeah, it doesn't go out, which is good. And yeah, so now we can see we've got cross one steak with one raw beef. We're going to want to output this, so the output is orange. We'll make sure the configuration is orange, so it's on this side. And we're just going to import bus this. Basic import bus, there we go. It's just going to take anything that's been produced in this furnace, and it's going to take it into the computer if I hook it up properly. Not dark cable, why do I keep using dark cable? There we go. And there we go, so that's all hooked up now. So now what we're going to want to do is look in here, and as you can see, if we take out steak, we can't actually craft it. Why can't we craft it? Ah, this isn't working properly. Why is it not working properly? Cross one steak. Yeah, that should work fine. Is it because I've used this stupid precision one? Should I just use a normal export? There we go. Export bus. like so. Come on, come on. There we go. Right. So that shouldn't export anything at the moment, which is good. Okay, so now this should work. We're not going to put a what the hell? It doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to work out what's happened, guys, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, guys, so it's actually just taken me 2 seconds to find out what's the problem. We don't need a export bus here because this ME interface basically acts as an export bus. It doesn't actually need an export bus on top, which is easy enough. So if we go and look at the computer now, you can see we've got the steak, and it's craftable. We're going to want 10 steak. So we're going to begin that, and it's going to export stuff through the ME interface and put it into the redstone furnace using this recipe in here. And as you can see, it's making the raw beef into steak, and it's cooked it all up, put it back into the computer. Simple enough. Okay, now we've got 10 steak. Lovely jubbly. So that's very simple. That's a way of using the redstone furnace. What if we want to use the energy enrichment chamber? Sorry. So we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to put an ME interface on top, arrow that down because we want stuff to go into it. We're going to just connect it up with some ME cable again, like so. There we go. And what do we want to put in here? So, one of the hard things to make are these redstone energy conduits, and they require hardened glass. So if we quickly search up hardened glass, I'll show you guys. Just as an example, hardened glass is made in an induction smelter with lead and dirty obsidian dust, or pulverized dust, or obsidian dust. We're going to go with dirty obsidian dust because you make that in the enrichment chamber. And yeah, we're going to be using the induction smelter and the enrichment chamber to actually make this, what's it called, the hardened glass. So, to get dirty obsidian dust, we're going to do exactly the same. We need 1 dirty obsidian dust. Actually, I think it's 8. How do we make it? Okay, 1 obsidian is 2 dirty obsidian dust in a enrichment chamber. So we're going to get that. We're going to get 2 of that. We're going to go into this pattern encoder again. Take them out, and we're going to put the 2 obsidian dust in there and 1 obsidian. So 1 obsidian makes 2 obsidian dust. Get that pattern, and we're going to put it into this ME interface to signal that we want 2 dirty obsidian dust and 1 obsidian into this enrichment chamber. So I'm going to quickly just write some crap in there so I can actually see the menu and stuff. So we want eject to be the blue. So the blue is eject, and we're going to have that on this side. So that's cool. This side is going to be blue. It just doesn't have like a cool color on it, which is a bit stupid. But now we're going to get another basic import bus. Put that like that, like so, and then we're going to get an ME cable and put that back up. So now we should have a recipe for making obsidian dust. Let's have a look. If we look at craftable, yep, we've got a recipe for dirty obsidian dust. If we quickly look on stored, we've got 1022 in there already. If we go on craft, we should get 1032 if we craft some. So we've got 1022. This should go over to here. As you can see, we can hear it going, and it's put in 5 obsidian because it makes 2 each time, and it's going to make us 10 obsidian dust, which is awesome. So that's going to make the obsidian dust that we need for the hardened glass. All we need is some lead now, and then they go together in this induction smelter. Okay, it's getting a bit more hard now. To do the induction smelter, we're going to use some more. You can use export buses instead of ME interfaces, but you can't actually use recipes in the export buses, which is the bit of annoying bit. Which is the only reason I'm using these ME interfaces, because you can put recipes in them. So we're going to want to get some lead. So we can get some lead, and we're going to get some dirty obsidian dust, and we're going to want a recipe that says. Actually, we're going to need some hardened glass as well originally to make it. So hardened glass, we're going to get 1 of them, and you put the hardened glass in there. You get 8, I think, dirty obsidian dust. I think it's 8 dirty obsidian dust and 1 lead ingot to actually make it. So there we go. And then we're going to make that, and there is the pattern. Clear that out. And okay then, to make the induction smelter do that, we're going to want to. Actually, I've done this wrong. I actually was very stupid then, and all I didn't do, so it would have worked with these ME interfaces if I just changed the top slot to purple so that it actually went in there, because at the time I had yellow slot on the top, so it was trying to put stuff into this slot here from the top, which was very stupid of me, but it would have worked. Instead I changed it around in figuring that out, and I've just put some export buses in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lead ingot in the top export bus, and where is the dirty obsidian dust? Dirty obsidian dust into the side, and that's going to put that into the slots like so, and it's going to make the hardened glass. And then I've put a level emitter, which will definitely work this time, into the machine, and I've said 64 hardened glass. When it reaches 64 hardened glass, it'll emit a redstone signal and stop this from making hardened glass when 64 hardened glass is actually in the computer. So if I just quickly spawn a bit more hardened glass in to get this quicker, and we'll watch it in action. Okay, now it works. So now we're just going to get, I don't know, we'll put that in there, put that in there. Okay, so now that we've got 66, and it's emitted the redstone signal, and it's not going to make any more because there's more than 64 in the computer. So that's a way of managing your items in the computer. You can just put level emitters on the machines and it will stop. So that is very simple, very easy to do. What if I increase this to 128? The redstone signal will go off and it will keep on making it until there's 128 in the computer. Simples! Right, well that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Should I do any more recipes, I wonder? Do you know what, I'll do one more for the redstone furnace, just in case you guys didn't get the redstone furnace, because I did do that quite quickly. So, what things can we smelt in here? We can craft cobblestone into stone. We can do that. So let's get one of them and one of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the stone in there, because it's going to produce cobblestone into stone. We're going to do that, and we're going to put this into here. Boom. So now we want, I don't know, let's craft, let's quickly go into the craftable items. We're going to want 64 stone. We've already got a bit in there. We've already got 255. Let's see if we can craft another 64 stone. It's going to craft it. There we go. Easy enough. And it's going to keep on crafting, exporting it back into the computer, and you've got a fully automated system. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I didn't do too much on the main computer, but it's pretty simple. You just put in your recipe patterns and it does that for you. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Mr. Foz HD. Don't forget to hit that like button if you did enjoy this episode, and subscribe if you want to see some more. I'll be doing a lot more tutorials lately, so I hope you guys look forward to them. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.